on Saturdays thrill, college kings clash, chasing that wheel. Sundays bring the pros, big hits, big plays, NFL battles where legends are made. From rivalries fierce to underdog shocks, we break it all down. It's the Blitz and the Block. The field to the digital chain, Bitcoin's pumping, altcoins rain, Web3 waves and DeFi stacks, NFT drops and big market hacks. Insights you need, no hype, no fluff. Crypto decoded, we cover the tough. Yeah. The Blitz and the Block. Where football meets the blockchain. Let's dive in.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Blitz and the Block. I'm Katie Randall, sitting here with my good buddy Crypto Dan. And man, we got a lot to chew on today. First up, Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know folks been speculating for a while, but he went on Pat McAfee and said he's pretty sure this season with the Steelers is his last. That's 2 decades in the league, Dan. 20 years. That's a whole lot of football.
Yeah, Katie, it's wild. I mean, Rodgers has been the face of the league for so long. It's kind of surreal to think about him hanging it up. I always think back to his early days with the Packers, but now, seeing him close it out with the Steelers, man, that's a legacy. You think he's got one more run in him?
Shoot, I wouldn't count him out. He's got that old gunslinger thing going on, you know? But, I gotta say, the league's got some young blood coming in hot. Cameron Ward with the Titans. Folks are already talking about his leadership in those off-season programs. And Travis Hunter down in Jacksonville, that kid's got a motor. I mean, he's everywhere on the field. Reminds me of, well, not myself, but you know what I mean.
Ha, I get what you're saying. The nerves, the excitement, the pressure. It's a whole different world now, though. These rookies, they're under a microscope from day one. Ward's already being called the future of the Titans. And Hunter, he's making plays in camp that some vets can't even pull off. The expectations are sky high. I almost feel for these guys, but at the same time, it's what you dream about, right?
Absolutely. And you know, it's funny, every year we get these new faces, and every year we wonder who's going to be the next big thing. But with Rodgers, it's like the end of an era. I mean, I'm not saying he's Brady, but he's up there. Steelers fans better enjoy this ride while it lasts.
No doubt. And hey, with all these young guns, the league's in good hands. I'm excited to see how it all shakes out this season. All right, let's shift gears a bit. College football's been just as wild lately. Alabama's on a recruiting tear. 5 commitments already for the 2026 class, including Jet Tamala at quarterback and a 5-star running back expected soon. That's a pipeline if I've ever seen one. But the NCAA dead period's about to hit. So we'll see how that slows things down.
Yeah, Bama's always reloading. I swear they don't rebuild. They just keep rolling out new talent. But that dead period, it's going to put a pause on all that action. Gives other schools a chance to catch their breath, maybe. And then, you got the new 12-team playoff format coming in 2025. I keep wondering, is that going to change how these teams recruit? Like, are they going to go after more depth, or just keep chasing those 5 stars?
That's a good question. I think with more playoff spots, you might see teams take a few more risks, maybe go after some high-upside guys who need a year or two. But, I mean, the big dogs like Bama, they're still going to get their pick. And speaking of big moves, the Bengals are in a race against the clock to get that stadium lease done by the end of June. That's huge for the franchise. You can't build a future if you don't know where you're playing.
Ain't that the truth? And over in Chicago, the Bears are trying to light a fire under Caleb Williams with coach Ben Johnson. I like what I'm hearing out of their camp. Lot of energy, lot of focus on blocking, which, let's be honest, they need. But back to stadium deals, man. Those things shape a team's whole future. You get a new lease, maybe a new stadium. Suddenly you're talking about Super Bowl windows and free agents wanting to come play for you. It's all connected.
Yeah, and sometimes I think fans don't realize how much that stuff matters. It's not just about the players on the field, it's the business side, too. You get the right stadium deal, you can invest in facilities, keep your stars happy, maybe even lure a few more. It's all part of the game, even if it's not as flashy as a touchdown pass.
Exactly. And with the college playoff expansion, I'm curious if we'll see more parity, or if it's just going to be the same old teams at the top. Guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, Dan, let's hop over to the other half of the show, the crypto block. But first, here's a little public service announcement. When we discuss cryptocurrency, we are not providing financial advice. We are not financial advisors, so please do your own research before investing in anything. I hope that we made that clear. Lot of movement this week. First off, Japan's looking to reclassify crypto as financial products, which could open the door for ETFs and a flat 20% tax rate. That's a big shift from their old system, where you could get taxed up to 55% on crypto gains. I mean, that's a game changer for retail and big institutions over there.
Yeah, and it's not just Japan. The U.S. government's got this strategic Bitcoin reserve now, about 200,000 Bitcoin, if I'm remembering right. That's a lot of Bitcoin just sitting in Uncle Sam's wallet. Plus, we're seeing regulatory rollbacks, like the SEC's crypto task force getting disbanded and some lawsuits paused. It's a weird time. Feels like the rules are changing every week.
No kidding. And Ethereum's got its own thing going on. Developers are talking about this Glamsterdam upgrade, supposed to double block speed by 2026. That could make the network a whole lot faster. But, upgrades always come with risks. I remember my first big win trading Ethereum. Thought I was a genius. Doubled my money in a week. Then I got greedy, didn't take profits, and, well, let's just say I learned about volatility the hard way. This market'll humble you real quick.
Man, I've been there. And with the market surging, Bitcoin's up over 106K, Ethereum's around 2460, Solana futures hit a record high. There's a lot of FOMO out there. But you gotta watch out for the risks too. Institutional adoption brings stability, but it also means more custodial risk, and honestly, some ideological drift. There's this whole debate about whether Bitcoin and crypto are losing their roots as more Wall Street money comes in.
Yeah, it's like, on one hand, you want the big money for liquidity and legitimacy, but on the other, you don't want to lose what made crypto special in the first place. And with all these new regulations, token unlocks, and upgrades, it's a lot to keep up with. But that's what makes it exciting, right? Every day is a new frontier.
Exactly. And for folks listening, just remember, do your homework, don't chase every green candle, and keep an eye on the big picture. There's opportunity, but there's risk too. That's the game.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. We covered a lot. Roger's last ride, college football shakeups, and the wild world of crypto. Dan, always a pleasure, man.
Always, Katie. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back soon with more gridiron and blockchain action. Take care, y'all.
Y'all be good now. See you next time on the Blitz and the Block.
Charts have been checked from the gridiron hits to crypto's tech. Touchdowns scored and tokens rise. We've covered it all, no compromise. Stay locked in as the seasons turn. With every update, there's more to learn. Football, fire, and blockchain shocks. Only right here, the Blitz and the Block.